restore and backup. Okay, restore and backup. So what is restore and what is backup? We are going to learn about the of Palo Alto firewall. So guys, before going to explain about the restore, there is a one confusion. Okay, what is confusion? Because I just want to clear that, because I have seen people are getting confused. If anyone knows about the Cisco, just I'm explaining about in Cisco. If you are working in a CLI console, whatever, and if you are executing any command, any command, if you're executing like interface, whatever, okay, 0/0, okay, if you're giving an IP address to that, okay, whatever, if you're executing this, that command is actually going to the running config. Okay, I'm talking about the Cisco. That command actually going to the running config of NVRAM of Cisco. Okay, running config, and but it is not saved actually. If someone would like, if I execute any command in the Cisco devices, that's gonna be effect. Okay, that's gonna be effect or function on the same time. Okay, it will start working. But if someone would reboot that device due to any means, if it is rebooted or restarted, as whatever you made the changes, that's going to be removed, because the configuration was not saved. Okay, so for saving the configuration of the Cisco file, we need to copy the running config to the startup config. We know that, right? So there actually in the Cisco device, if you are saving anything, we need to move the running config to startup config, right? So there is a running config. Running config means what? Running configuration. What are the command you are executing? It is taking the effect anyway in the Cisco devices, but that was not saved actually. If it is restarted, if your device would be restarted, for saving it, we need to copy. There is a command, copy running config to startup config. It means we have to be saved it to the startup config. That is for the Cisco. Okay, this is the actual command we all know. Means WR, we know that. WR means what? Write. Okay, write memory. So it's the same thing. It's a WR is a shortcut. Why I'm telling it? Copy what? Running config to startup config. So in the Cisco, running config means, come here. So in Cisco, why I'm explaining it, you will get to know. Running config means it's not a saved config. It is executed. The command is executed and functional, but command is not saved, right? Not saved, right, guys? We all know it has to be go to startup config, right? For saving the configuration, their config would be saved. If someone would reboot, whatever will do at the, if the config move to the startup config, that is saved permanently, right? Permanently, right? They're actually not, but it is functional. Okay, now come to the Palo Alto. What is in the Palo Alto, guys? I just want to make a difference on that. Okay, that's why I'm explaining it. That is required in Palo Alto, guys. Whatever I'm executing the command. Whatever the command I am executing, like configuration, any configuration, if I entering into the Palo Alto firewall or editing anything, okay, executing whatever the command I'm executing, what happened? That things actually go to the candidate config, right? I previously explained it, right? Candidate config. So guys, but that is also not functionable. We need to what we need to do? We need to commit it, right? For saving the configuration, we need to commit it. So once we commit it, where it move? Earlier it was when we do any changes, it will go to the candidate config. Okay. Once we commit it, it will go to the running config in the Palo Alto. Got it, guys? So in the Palo Alto, running config is different. Like a running config means it's proper committed configuration. It's called running config. But in the Cisco, running config is not a proper saved. It's not a proper permanently saved configuration. No, right? It's startup config. So that's actually a confusion everywhere has. So don't be confused. Running config in a Palo Alto has a different meaning, totally different meaning. Okay. And running config in a Cisco is a totally different meaning. Got it, guys? Okay. Hope you guys understand. Now come to the topic. Okay. So we'll see that. Now let's log into the device. If you executing any command in the Cisco devices that go to the running config, it will take effect. That is like if you create any access list or any route and hit enter, it is going to be take effect. That is start working in the device, but that is not saved, right? You need to type the command WR or copy running config to start something else. You need to save it. If you did not save it, if someone would reboot it, that whatever the command you have entered it, that will erased, right? So it means whatever the command you are executing in the Cisco devices that go to the first running config. Once you saved it, it go to the, where it will go? It will go to the startup config, right? To the NVRAM, right? But I'm just here, I want to explain running config in the Cisco is something else and running config in the Palo Alto is something else. In the Palo Alto, if you configure anything, like if you editing any configuration, like if you are trying to create any access list, NAT rule, policies, or like routing, if you create anything, okay, that go to the candidate config. Okay, guys. And once you commit it, commit, we know what is commit, right? Once you commit it, then it go to run in config. Yes, that is called right. Once you commit it, then it go to run in config. Yes, that is called running config means permanently saved. In Palo Alto, running config means permanently saved configuration, right? But in the Cisco, running config is not a permanently saved, right, guys? Let's see. So, guys, in offices, what happened? You see that created or push it or committed it, that is something heck, and that policy is not working. Something wrong happened. Okay.
Can you please repeat it? Can you please repeat?
I'm getting one error, guys. Give me one moment, guys. You are not able to identify what mistake they have did, suppose. So there is an alternate way, we can restore. Okay, how we can take the backup of all the operating systems, all the policies, netting, routes, everything. How we can take the backup, that is we are going to see today. Okay, and also we are going to see how smartly we can work. Okay, go to the device. Okay guys, go to the setup. Okay, and go to the device, go to the setup and operation. Okay, remember, so this is a tab, guys. This is a very important. What we can do it, we can shut the device from there itself. See that, shut down device. If you want to reboot the device, we can do that. What is the meaning of shutting down and rebooting the device? There is a difference, guys. Those things we can do it from here manually. Okay, now guys, this is the very important: revert, save, load, export and import. That is we are going to learn today. Okay, so what is revert? Okay, we need to understand the meaning of those. If you understand it, guys, you will be expert of that. Okay, so I will explain what is those things. Okay, the first topic is, guys, revert. Revert, as the name suggesting, it is something we are reverting it. We are not doing anything, just we are revert. It means whatever earlier was in use, whatever, I'm using a word, whatever earlier, whatever earlier was in use, we are just reverting it. Okay, reverting means what? Replacing, right? Reverting it with, replacing it with some other one, right? What is actually, this is my just a definition, but what is this thing, you will understand. Come to here, guys. So see that, so we can see revert. There is a two thing: revert to the last saved configuration and revert to the run-in configuration. Before going to that, I'm just coming to the objects. Okay, come to the addresses. Why I'm coming? And just for the testing, I'm going to create one, like one IP, anyone, user one. I want to create one user one and just give IP 1.1.1. Okay, just I'm creating a one user with the name user one, guys. Okay, this is a system alarm I have creating already. Okay, so user one I have just created. See that, guys. Now come to the device. Okay, so revert is, there is a two things. Okay, so we know that, guys, in the objects user one, what we can do, we can commit the changes. If we commit the changes, what, this user one is going to be saved permanently, right? But if someone would I have created it. Okay, I have just created this username, but if someone reboot this device, that username would be gone, right? Because, right, if someone would reboot it, that username going to be removed from there because it is not permanently saved, because I did not commit it, right? So there is a committing means permanently saved. But guys, there is a one more thing. If you come here, guys, see that there's a two arrow. If I click on it, there is a one thing I'm gonna see: save changes and revert changes. Okay, just I'm saving it, save changes. Okay, save changes, just I'm saving it, saving the changes. See that? Okay, saving the changes means what? You are saving these changes. Once I saved it, there is a config save to dot snapshot dot xml. Some XML file, snapshot.xml file was created. Okay, guys, what I did not commit it. What I did, I have just saved it. It means when you're going to use this save, if you do any changes in the night or any times, and there is some particular time to commit your device. So like there is in your office, there is a time to commit any changes after the business hour. Okay. So if you do any changes in the morning, so that time you are not authorized to save or commit anything. So that time you can, whatever the changes you have made, just saved it, right? Just saved it. So what I did here, I have just saved these changes. Make sure, guys, what I did, I have just saved it. Exactly. Once I saved it, see that. So this is revert. Once I saved it, what is the meaning of saved? This is the second one, saved candidate configuration. Okay, this is the same thing. If you want to save thing, either you can do it from here or either you can do it from here. Okay, these two things is the same thing. I didn't commit it yet, guys. What I did, I have saved it. Okay. So now come to the object. User one, whatever I have did, I have saved it. Now I'm going to create one user two and just two. Guys, what I did, I have user one when I created, it was saved, but user two when I created, it is not saved yet. I didn't saved it. Now there is in the revert, there is two options. One option, revert to the last saved configuration. Whatever I have last saved it, not commit, right? Last saved it. Okay, whatever I just last time when I user one I have created, there is once I saved it, one snapshot.xml file was created. That it was talking the same. If I saved it, revert. If I revert means what? Changing, replacing with the last saved configuration. See that? I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm just I click it, revert to the last saved configuration. I going to type yes. See that what's going to do. Configuration is being reverted. Please check the task manager for its status, whatever. Okay. Close. What happened? Now come to the object. I have created that user two, right? That is gone. Right? Because when I user one, when I created it, I have saved it. But user two, when I have created, I didn't save it. So in the device, in the revert, there is two things. One is to the last saved configuration. So I moved it to the last saved configuration. Right? That's whatever I have configured it, object user two, whatever, it is gone. So that is the meaning of first meaning. Okay. Revert to the last saved configuration, whatever I have saved it. Now, second is revert to the running configuration. What is the meaning of running configuration, guys? Just now I have explained. Running configuration, it means what? The last committed one. Okay, now come. Nothing, even the user one gone. Because once when I created the user one, I didn't committed it. I have only saved it. Right? So now we understand the meaning of revert. Revert, there is two options. Once, either I am able to move to the last saved or either last running config. So in the revert, what is the meaning of this? You know, guys, very important. First point, revert to last saved configuration. Okay, last saved configuration. And the second option, we have seen that it means if you make any changes and you just saved it, not commit it, you just saved it. So if you want to revert it to the last saved configuration, it will only move to the last, whatever the previous, it will move to the that only. Yes. And second one, revert to running config. I have already explained what is running config. Running config means last committed. Whatever, if you have last committed it, okay, running config, it will move to the last running config. It means last, whenever I have last committed it, whatever, whenever the last I have committed it, it is going to be take place. Okay, that it is going to be revert to that. Okay, understood? Or you want me to explain it again, guys? Understand? Okay, so revert, we understand the meaning of revert. Now save. What is save, guys? Save to candidate configuration is the same thing which we have did. Okay, okay, same thing. What is the meaning of saved candidate configuration? Whatever, if you like, just I'm going to create user one again, guys. Okay, this time I'm going to create user three. Okay, user three. Okay, now come. So guys, save candidate configuration is the meaning of the same thing which we are doing from here. Save. Okay, same thing, just saving configuration. But there is a saved name configuration on snapshot. That is important. Save named configuration. It means, click on it. It means, guys, see, it means whatever, when we see that these are the stuffs, when we saving any configuration, by default it created one snapshot file. But if I want to, whatever I'm going to save it, I will just, instead of creating a default snapshot profile, I will create with the name like 27, right? Any date, time, whatever. Weekdays batch config. anything. Okay, weekdays batch config. So saved it. It's showing invalid. Just it should be together. Okay, all name just weekdays batch. All name should be config saved to weekdays batch. What happened, guys? I've just did a one changes. Okay, with I've just created the object user3. Okay, and what I did, I have saved it with the name. Okay, I've saved it with the name. So whenever if I want to move weekdays batch that particular, because I can revert. See that in the revert, if I want to move to the last saved configuration, I can do that. But it will go to the only last configuration, only last. But if once I saved with some specific name, we can go even after 10 days or even after 1 month also. If I want to move with this weekdays batch, we can go to the right. So that's how you can save your configuration with the name, guys. Okay, that's the actual difference. Okay, now instead of going save candidate configuration, what it does, just I'm saving is, see that what it does, it will only save and create a one snapshot profile, right? It is by default, it will create a one snapshot XML. So once you revert it, it will go to the this file only, snapshot.xml. But if you create like see that, let's go to object and just create one more user 4. Give anything. Let's create one more user 5. Any changes, okay, you can create policies, whatever. I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay, like till user 3 it was saved, guys. Okay, user 4, user 5, it is not saved. Okay, anyway, I'm going to save it. You come here, user 4, user 5, I am going to save it here, guys. Save it. So even see that once I saved it, it will create a one snapshot profile. Okay, created, guys, XML snapshot profile. Okay, so now this all saved. But what I'm gonna do, when I say I have saved one profile with the name, I'm going to revert to that. It's reverted. So it means if I go to the object, it will only show. It should not be why. Okay, I think these all also saved could be. I think that time when I saved it, it was also saved could be. It was also saved to that only, guys. Okay, so it was, those are actually also saved. But if I'll create user 6 and give some name, now if I go to the configuration profile, okay, now it will be, there would be no user 6. Sure, guys. There it was not saved. It's an error, guys. Okay, it's an error. I did not save it, but it's still coming. That's the error, guys. Okay, skip it. It will not come. Okay, so wherever if you saved with the name, it is going to be take over from there. Okay, I have one my saved config on 18th of February. What gonna do? That's the error, guys. Something error. Okay, it's, but in your real time, it's not going to be work. Okay, so in the saved configuration, if you give saved and if you give any name, that thing, whenever if you want to revert it, you can go to that. Okay, so we know what is revert, we know what is saved. Okay, this two clear, guys.